Welcome to the National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. My name is Leah McCain, and I am the current president of the Blue Ridge chapter of the NHS. Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Audience, please be seated. At this time, Mrs. Webster will give her opening remarks.
Good evening, and welcome to our annual induction ceremony of the National Honor Society. Thank you for coming to honor the select group of outstanding students. I congratulate each of you sitting on this stage tonight, and I congratulate your families and loved ones, your teachers and staff members, and anyone else who supported you at some point towards this accomplishment. The students seated before you have proven their character, leadership, scholarship, and service time and time again. Some of these students continue to uphold the pillars and sustain their membership, while others are soon to be inducted into this prestigious society. As Honor Society members, you represent the very best of our school. Sometimes it may feel that some of us hold you to a higher standard, and that is because we do. What leads us to set such high expectations for you? Have you heard our band perform or seen a Blue Ridge musical? Have you watched any Blue Ridge athletic team compete? Have you seen the artwork displayed in the lobby? Not to mention the clubs and the roles the students take on within them, the AP classes, the independent study classes, the volunteer work. Some of you are pursuing an associate's degree, while others are juggling nearly full-time jobs. You serve as role models for many, often without realizing it. My point is that we keep our expectations high because we have great things happening at Blue Ridge because of the leaders sitting here on stage. And it is essential for all of us to be better and strive for improvement. I am proud to be your principal, and I can attest that the students seated here distinguish themselves in every aspect, and tonight we celebrate and honor their achievements. At this time, Ms. Jessica Wright, School Board President, would like to say a few words.
Good evening, and thank you for allowing me to come tonight and address this amazing group of young people and community leaders. The National Honor Society is one of my favorite groups of students because of your acts of service for your community. Your hours of volunteering and being present in the community and your district shine a light on how wonderful each and every one of you are. The programs you are engaging in help to foster a rich environment for so many. Your impact of service goes beyond the hours you have written down. Dr. Dorothy Height said, "Without community service, we would not have a strong quality of life. It's important to the person who serves as well as the recipient. It's the way in which we ourselves grow and develop." I hope you remember your hours of service, not just as a box to check off for completion, but rather as a space of quality time for yourself and for others. On behalf of the school board and your community, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you as you continue the National Honor Society tradition of service to your community, both here within the walls of our school and beyond. Thank you so very much. Congratulations. Ms. McCain, back to you.
Before we recognize the current members of the National Honor Society, I would like to mention a few things about the Blue Ridge chapter. Our chapter was formed in 1960. Since then, it has grown and is now composed of some of the best students and citizens in our school. This year, the NHS has 37 members. 74 students were eligible to apply this year, and we are happy to welcome 33 new members. Year to year, we see that the Blue Ridge National Honor Society continues to thrive. There are four main focuses of the National Honor Society: to create enthusiasm for scholarship, to stimulate a desire to render service, to promote leadership, and to develop character in the students of secondary schools. We will look at these qualities later in the ceremony. First, we will recognize the current members of our chapter of the National Honor Society. These names are listed in your program. When I call your name, please stand and remain standing until all names are called. Please hold your applause until all current members have been recognized. Thank you. Our current members are seniors, Stephanie Burkle. Stephanie plans to attend RIT to major in mechanical engineering and with a minor in music. Sophia Bianchi. Although undecided on location, Sophia will pursue a Bachelor of Science in Nursing with a goal of becoming a nurse practitioner or nurse anesthetist. Samuel Callahan. Sam plans to attend Penn State University Park for liberal arts and then enroll in business. Bryn Cordson. Bryn plans on attending Smith College to double major in neuroscience and education. Connor Cranage. Connor plans on attending college to pursue a degree in a sports medicine field and further his education to either become a physical therapist or a chiropractor with a goal of playing basketball at the collegiate level. Tristan Erie. Tristan will continue to play junior hockey for a few more years with the goal of playing at the collegiate level. Kendall Farthing. Kendall will be attending Broome Community College to major in sports management. Jocelyn France. Jocelyn will attend either Mansfield University or Susquehanna University to major in music education. Carson Gallagher. Carson plans to attend the University of Maryland, Baltimore County to major in finance. Kayla George. Kayla will be attending Misericordia University to major in business administration and participate on their track and field team. Aiden Glasgow. Aiden will be attending King's College to major in athletic training and will be playing on their volleyball team. McKenna Lankford. McKenna will attend either Penn Tech or Binghamton University to major in biomedical sciences on the pre-med track. Abigail Loudy. At the time of graduation, Abby will have earned an associate's degree in the Level Up program at Lackawanna College in the area of human services. Abby will continue her education at Penn State Scranton for her bachelor's degree in human services. Myself, Leah McCain. I will be attending Misericordia University in the 3+3 accelerated program to obtain my doctorate in physical therapy. Olivia Phillips. Olivia has not committed to a school yet, but she has a goal of obtaining a degree in architectural engineering. Ryan Scott. Ryan will attend Penn State University Park to major in political science or finance. Luciano Shea. At the time of graduation, Luciano will have earned an associate's degree in the Level Up program at Lackawanna College in the area of criminal justice. Luke will continue his education by attending Campbell University in the area of political science with a goal of becoming a lawyer. Carly Thornton. Carly will be attending SUNY Cortland to major in sports management. Isaiah Torres. Isaiah will be attending the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City for a bachelor's degree in fashion design. Rihanna Valentine. Rihanna will be pursuing a career in real estate and has a goal of eventually earning a business degree. Landon Whitbeck. Landon will be attending the Ohio State University for nursing and will be joining the ROTC cadet program. Kelsey Wolf. Kelsey will be attending Broome Community College for a degree in business marketing management and sales. Ella Woosman. Ella plans to attend IUP to major in nursing. Libby Zick. Libby will be attending Marywood University to major in early childhood education and play collegiate level volleyball. Juniors. Jaden Barilli. Kaylin Brandt. Emma Button. Emma Davis. Garrick Dibble. Marissa Fisk. Brooke Kelly. Andrew Kovaleski. Maxton Kasenich, Malia Lee, Isabella Shea, Dawson Stepniak, Jana Weed. The current senior officers are President, myself, Leah McCain, Vice President, Luciano Shea, Secretary, Ryan Scott, and Treasurer, Libby Zick. The membership of the National Honor Society chapter at Blue Ridge has been earned by the demonstration of the 4 qualities held in high regard by the Society. Myself and my fellow officers will now review the qualities for the candidates and light a symbolic candle for each virtue. Ryan Scott, our current secretary, will look at the quality of character.
The foundational elements we emphasize today are our 4 pillars. Presently, the first pillar of the day, something that stands out to me as one of the most unique, influential, complex elements, is character. Character, by definition, is the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. In our current context, character takes precedence as the pivotal principle influencing our actions and paving our ethical framework. But what are these actions? Well, honesty, integrity, empathy, resilience, and ethical behavior all make up our idea of good character. But the one I find to be most important is reaction. Reaction single-handedly paves the path to our vast and diverse futures, good or bad. When speaking of this trait, a famous game that I thoroughly enjoy comes to mind. Chess, similarly to character, requires foresight, discipline, and most importantly, how to learn from your mistakes. Comparatively to the game, a person's decision molds the overall narrative and momentum of that person's life, emphasizing the sheer urgency of forward thinking and reaction to failure. You see, in chess, mistakes are inevitable just like they are in life, but when these mistakes present themselves, it's easy to mentally check out, or in other words, lose confidence. That's where reaction plays its role. Don't get stuck up on the fact that you blundered a knight, or maybe your bishop, but focus on what opportunity this mistake may have created. When you take this mindset and apply it to real life, you will realize you are your own author. We are all up here today because we have already taken the first major steps in applying good character to our lives. Many of us have experienced a test where maybe the answer wasn't so clear, or you may have been faced with a problem and didn't know the correct response. Lucky for us, this is what life is all about. So please, don't let the fear of failing hold you back, because it is failure that pushes us forward. Maya Angelou offers some great words of wisdom. Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. Now, our current president, Leah McCain, will speak on the virtue of service.
Service, in its most simple definition, is the action of helping or doing work for others. The aim of service is to provide better quality in whatever area you are assisting. This pillar is not only important to the National Honor Society, but is important to the betterment of one's community. To be inducted into the National Honor Society, each one of us must complete at least 8 hours of community service. The hours my fellow classmates complete are selfless acts, exemplifying kindness and compassion. Many here on stage with me today take this opportunity to provide active assistance to their community members and don't think twice about it. These acts of service don't have to be grand gestures or large projects. The smallest favors can make a vast difference that one may not always get to see. It is often the pride felt within myself and my peers that is the ultimate reward for providing service. In the words of Jackie Robinson, a life isn't significant except for its impact on others' lives. The pillar of service is captured by the students on stage through the Raider Buddy program. This opportunity is something I look forward to each month. Myself and many others find this program very humbling and rewarding. When we spend time with our elementary students, we assist them in schoolwork, encourage them to make good choices, and hopefully make a positive, long-lasting impact. I have confidence that each one of us can say that this program is one of the biggest highlights of being in the National Honor Society. As many of us on stage look towards graduation, I encourage each of you to remember what the smallest act of service can do for your community and to never stop pursuing this selfless favor. To those who will be continuing and those inducted in the future, strive to provide a helping hand and know that any small gesture can make a difference. I want all of you to replicate that difference you have already made. Now, our current treasurer, Libby Zick, will speak on leadership.
The third pillar is leadership. This pillar does not solely represent being in charge, as it embodies many characteristics such as integrity, accountability, communication, and responsibility. There are many ways this pillar is able to be exercised, whether it is through a small act of kindness or even leading a team to victory. When you are inducted into the National Honor Society, these are the qualities you are expected to represent in all aspects of your life. To be a leader, you do not always need the loudest voice, as actions speak louder than words. Leaders set the tone that others shall follow, and they lead by example. May it be just offering a helping hand or showing resilience through a tough conflict. Others will notice and be inspired by your integrity. Showing your character speaks volumes, as you are demonstrating your leadership abilities and allowing others to feel comfortable and confident enough to do so as well. This pillar also requires you to possess clear communication skills. You have to create an environment that is filled with mutual respect, so understanding, collaboration, and success can all take place. Recognizing we all have different beliefs is important, but it is how you emphasize the fact that everyone's voice is valued is what makes you stand out. With the partnership of active listening and always offering advice or ideas, we are able to effectively work towards the common goal, even if there are complexities along the way. By laying down the foundation of open and polite conversation, you have not only led your peers, but you have also created a sense of clarity that will allow them to resolve any conflicts. As leaders, we have to embrace the responsibility and the accountability that comes with it. It is not just about completing such duties, but more importantly, being dedicated to them while being honest and thoughtful along the way. When taking this position as the role model, you are expected to confidently face the adversities and consistently strive for greatness. In turn, it permits your peers to gain trust in you. You will lead yourself and others to constantly work towards improvement and positively contribute to our school, community, and beyond. With this, the pillar of leadership represents more things. Moreover, it is not about what promises you fulfill, but how you achieve them. Continue to lead by example and always have the desire to leave a positive mark on the world around you. Now, our current Vice President, Luciano Shea, will speak on scholarship.
Simply put, scholarship is academic study or learning at a high level. This is certainly true for everyone on this stage tonight, but for us, it is much more than just learning at a high level. Now, I don't know about everyone here tonight, but I think Socrates was a pretty smart guy. Socrates once said, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." This right here is what sets the 70 students on stage tonight apart from the rest. For many, their education remains within these doors from 8:10 to 2:56, Monday through Friday. When they step out of this school, the learning process ends. Scholarship is just a definition for them. The same cannot be said for us individuals. Our education never ends. We take our scholarship with us, whether it be at our extracurricular activities, at home with our families, or out in our community. We are constantly looking to bolster our knowledge. To us, there is always something more to be learned. We are a true embodiment of what Socrates said. Sure, we know a lot, but in our minds, we know nothing. We don't take the approach of what we have learned. We take the approach of what we can still learn. This is what it means to be a member of the National Honor Society. Scholarship isn't confined to a set of four walls or a certain time period. Scholarship is a lifelong journey in the pursuit of wisdom. The students up here display this journey in everything we do. Benjamin Franklin once said, "An investment in knowledge pays the best interest." The students being recognized here tonight have made that investment and continue to see this investment pay off. Thank you. At this time, will all the new candidates please rise and repeat the pledge? After reciting the pledge, our new members will be recognized individually. Please hold all of your applause until all members have received their pins and return to their seats. I pledge to maintain high school scholastic standing, to hold as fundamental and worthy as untarnished character, to endeavor intelligently and courageously, to be a leader, and to give of myself freely in service to others. In so doing, I shall prove myself worthy of a place in the National Honor Society. Please remain standing. Landon Bishop. Landon was unable to join us tonight due to a medical appointment. Kylie Barber. Natalie Bailey. Matthew Carey. Tyler Carpenter. Octavia Carpenter. Bryce Conklin. Taylor Dibble. Micah Edwards. Although undecided on location at this time, Micah will be attending college to major in accounting and finance. Troy Erie. Olivia Folk. Caden France. Vanessa France. Madison Gaylord. Parker Glasgow. Emily Gorham. Sarah Gorham. Emily Hansen. William Hobart. Aaron Clock. Patience Luce. Nicholas Marvin. Rhea Marvin. Emily McCarthy. Scarlett Osterhout. Emma Pachaki. Riley Phillips. Michael Rosa. Lauren Ross. Caitlin Scott. Layla Sinnott. Delaney Tench. Addison Welch. Now, our president, Leah McCain, will begin the installation of new officers.
I will now administer the oath to the incoming president, Andrew Kovaleski. Your duties are as follows. The president presides at chapter meetings and prepares the meeting agenda. The president also keeps informed of committee progress and the needs of the chapter. Do you accept these responsibilities?
I accept and pledge myself to uphold the duties of my office to the best of my ability.
Now the current vice president, Luciano Shea, and the incoming vice president, Isabella Shea.
The vice president presides in the absence of the president and may have responsibility for a project or committee. Do you accept these responsibilities as your own?
I accept and pledge myself to uphold the duties of my office to the best of my ability.
Now, the current secretary, Ryan Scott, and the incoming secretary, Garrick Dibble.
The secretary records the attendance and proceedings of each month and acts as the chapter's correspondent. Do you accept these responsibilities as your own?
I accept and pledge myself to uphold the duties of my office to the best of my ability.
Now, the current treasurer, Libby Zick, and incoming treasurer, Brooke Kelly.
The treasurer receives and spends funds as directed by the chapter and keeps a budgetary record of the chapter. Do you accept these responsibilities?
I accept and pledge myself to uphold the duties of my office to the best of my ability.
Now we will have a few words from Miss Bailey, National Honor Society co-advisor.
Good evening. I first want to thank all of you for coming tonight to support the amazing students on this stage. To the parents who encourage them, to my colleagues and the administration who challenge and motivate them, and to everyone else who had a hand in getting these students prepared tonight. I speak for myself and Mrs. McCain, my co-advisor, when I say it truly has been an honor these last 2 years to work alongside you. I know I tend to come up with some crazy ideas and you always jump on board, even if we may need a life raft. Over the course of this ceremony, we have heard about the foundational pillars that make up the National Honor Society: scholarship, character, leadership, and service. All of these are very important. I feel there is a fifth pillar that all of you exhibit without intentionally trying. One that serves as a foundation for all of the others, because without it, they may not happen. That fifth pillar is commitment. Merriam-Webster defines commitment as the state of being obligated or emotionally impelled. In other words, we feel we must do something or we are intrinsically motivated. For you, I believe the latter applies. It takes commitment to continually push yourself to succeed in high-level classes. This may mean staying up late to study for an AP exam, write another essay, or balance the multiple homework assignments to continue your high scholastic standard. As an AP teacher myself, I know we tend to get a bit over the top. Personally, I have taught every student on this stage, and 71% of them in an AP class. Even amongst the demands my colleagues and I placed on you, I watched you flourish and overcome stress in your commitment into your studies and yourselves. It takes commitment to find time to be there for your community through service. You missed classes to interact with a group of elementary students who really needed your support through the Raider Buddies. You carried food at food pantries, worked various festivals and events, among countless other activities. It took this commitment to give up time that had a high opportunity cost. It takes commitment to make the right choice to continually show strong character. I see daily instances where many students don't take the high road in terms of interaction with their peers. You, though, show your dedication to character by maintaining a positive reputation. Making the snarky comment or hitting below the belt, as they may seem, seems rewarding in the moment. But true commitment reveals itself when we take the high road, which all of you have done on this stage. Lastly, it takes commitment to stand out in the crowd and lead others. Not everyone is meant to lead. Good leaders must motivate, inspire, and lead by example. Leadership comes in many forms and in many areas. On this stage, we have class officers, club officers, both in school and out, team captains, and top scholars of your class. I commend you all on meeting and exceeding the expectations of the pillars set before you, all while demonstrating commitment to yourselves, your school, and your community. To the new and returning members, we can't wait to see what another year brings for us. To my leaving seniors, who in 3 short months will return to this stage, I give this simple piece of advice. Continue to be lifelong learners in every aspect of your life. Make time for your community. Choose the high road in your interactions. And make the choice to stand up and lead while keeping commitment at the heart of everything you do. History has shown us through many advantageous leaders like Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Phyllis Schlafly that when you stay committed, you can reach your goals. At this time, I would like to introduce our superintendent, Mr. Button, to provide our closing remarks.
Good evening, Mrs. Bailey, Mrs. McCain, and National Honor Society officers. Thank you for inviting me to participate in this evening's program. Before we conclude our program for this evening, there are a few points that I want to emphasize. First, I want to congratulate each of you and your parents on your achievements recognized here tonight. This program is a wonderful way for the Blue Ridge community to celebrate the hard work and sacrifices each of you have made. I believe that what should make you and your parents most proud is not the honor and recognition you received tonight, but what you had to do to receive it. Your presence here tonight shows how you have worked to earn greater achievement levels than many of your fellow students. Your hard work has paid off. I would also like to thank our maintenance and clerical staffs for their work behind the scenes to make sure we had a very successful program this evening. Also thanks to Mrs. Webster and Mr. Woodruff, members of our school board, parents, family members, friends, the 70 members of the National Honor Society, and all of our 33 new inductees for the opportunity to be a part of tonight's program. In addition, a special thanks to Mrs. Bailey and Mrs. McCain, our National Honor Society co-advisors, the National Honor Society Faculty Committee, and the National Honor Society student officers for their work and efforts for planning the events for this evening. At this time, I would like to ask the National Honor Society President, Leah McCain, to come to the podium one more time.
With that, our ceremony concludes. We would like to thank everyone for their support towards the Blue Ridge National Honor Society chapter. Congratulations to the new inductees. The school and community are proud of all you have accomplished so far in your school career. We plan to make the remainder of this year and next school year full of projects to help serve our school and community, all while maintaining leadership positions, good character, and high scholastic standing. Members, please remain on stage for a few minutes for group pictures. Family and friends, please enjoy some refreshments in our lobby. Have a wonderful night and a safe drive home.